Now for a crime alert out of Colonial Heights tonight, where a suspect is on the run, accused of shooting into a home, killing a dog, and injuring a person inside. Police say the suspect and the victim knew each other. On your side at 6, Jennifer Blake walks us through what happened next.
Police tell me the suspect and victim knew each other, and they do not believe there is a threat to this community on Wakefield Avenue. The gunfire began around 5 p.m. Christmas night after the gunman tried to force his way into the home. The resident would not let him in, so the suspect started firing at front of the house. Bullets tore into the home, hitting the person inside and the dog. The victim was rushed to the hospital and is expected to be okay. Unfortunately, the dog did not make it. The suspect was seen getting away in a blue sports utility vehicle. Police are hoping that someone will be able to bring information to help them solve this case. If you do have any information, you're asked to contact the Colonial Heights Police Department or Crime Stoppers at 804-748-0660. On your side in Colonial Heights, Jennifer Blake, NBC 12 News.